Good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of 12 days of Crafty Christmas. Are you ready to get your craft on this morning? Did you get your craft on yesterday making the flip-flop album? Let me know in the comments as you pop on, and we'll get you up in the feed here so we can chat if anybody pops on. If you catch the replay, let me know because I'll still do prizes and everything like I do for regular Baileys and tea. Saturdays, I'll have little goodies to send out to people. So, because I'll be making lots of projects. So maybe you'll get one of the projects in the mail. All right. So say good morning. And looks like we're up and live. I will get the video for yesterday and today, actually. I'll have some time to upload them to YouTube so that you can catch the replay. I will also put the measurements for the album that we did yesterday, which I'll show in a minute again, just to give you a recap. I'll also put those measurements in the description of the video. I did have someone send me a message asking if I would do a tutorial. They take a lot of time. So if you bear with me, I will try and do one this week. And you can, I'll have to scroll back. I just saw the message briefly, and when I looked back, I couldn't find who said it. So if you do want a tutorial, just message me either in Facebook or send me just an email. And at Carrot Tops Creative Co. At gmail.com. And I will, as soon as I get that ready, I will give it to you. Just bear with me. I've got a bazillion things going on for getting ready for the craft market. So I may not, it's going to take me some time because they're very time consuming. All right, so let's get started. Let's flip you around and we'll get started on today's project. And I will give you a little recap on yesterday's. All right, give me a moment to flip you. Down we go. Oops, you may have saw a little preview there on the side. My video comes back. Oh, there we go. Okay, you may be too close. I'm just letting Facebook catch up on my laptop beside me so that I can see where we're at and if we're too close. There, I'll just slide you up just a smidge so that you're not too close. So just a recap on yesterday, we made the flip-flap pocket album yesterday. This is the original one that I did for a display, and then this is the one we made yesterday. So that's just a little recap. I'll just open it up and show you in case you missed day one. It's got some pockets that hold cards. It's got some areas for photos. It's got just some little pullouts, and you can customize it sort of however you like. It makes a great little gift for people. So that was day one. Now day two is going to be this adorable little gift card box, which my gift card has fallen out. So let me just grab one here in front of me, or I left it somewhere. Slides a gift card in the back, and then it holds little chocolates. Now, when I was making it, let me just slide those out of the way. It fits the Lindor balls, so you can get them sort of anywhere. They're readily available. It will not fit the Ferrero Rochers because they're too tall. So this gets very bulgy. I mean, it is even a little bit bulgy with the lints in there. It'll fit Hershey's Kisses. Anything that's, round and basically the size of a lint ball you can get in here. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping. I know we don't have the selection of chocolates and stuff that the United States has, unless you go down there quite often and you've stocked up and you have a whole little stash that you can put in these. But they're super cute, very easy to make. Oh, good morning, Glenda. You're up bright and early. Hopefully everybody got a little sleep in this morning with the clocks going back. Last night, I did not. Hubby left town this morning at 4 a.m. So there wasn't a whole lot of sleep in for moi, but that's how it goes. So I do apologize if you hear some barking as the video goes on. The dogs are unsupervised because obviously I'm live with you. All right, so let's jump into today's little, I can't remember what I called it, a little gift card chocolate box, I think is what I named it. But they're super cute and super easy. And you can mass produce these and just have some great gifts. Now, I went to my stash for today's project and pulled out this. I don't know if you guys remember this one. It's called The Walk in the Forest. It kind of had like bears and stuff. This is probably the cover photo, I think, that was in the catalog. It was like a fundraiser pack of designer series paper a few years ago. But I thought it was super cute. I picked this pattern here for the project we're going to make today, and then I just used the back side as the alternative sort of papers that I have in there. But you can use it with anything that you have. I know you all have just stock loads of paper, and you can create many of these. As you can see, I used the Traditions of Christmas and the Nests of Winter paper on this one so that I could use the die cut. This is obviously on my display as well for Creative Carnival, and use one of the die cuts out of the designer series paper to make it nice and easy and quick to make. So the extra hour is lovely. Oh, good. Did you stay up till the wee hours and then it kind of may or may not even out today, Glenda? The other set I brought in, I think I used it here. Let me just check my little pile of goodies. Yes, I did. I brought in this Stay Warm set, which is current in the holiday catalog because I like this little sweater. I also brought in some snowflakes from, I don't know if I brought it in, from, I may have or may not, from Festive Friends, the little snowflakes there. And then the die set, the little snowflake that's in there. If not, it's on the other sample that I made. And then Snowflake Kisses. I just got this set. It's super cute. I have the dies on the way. This one of a bingo set. So I didn't get the dies right off the bat, but they are on their way. And then I'm using Sending Warm Hugs in this one. Obviously, I used 'Tis the Season to match the set that I was using for the display. And it's for the, what's it called? 'Tis the Season, or no, it's called, I don't even remember what it's called. Labels, traditional labels. That's what it's called. All right, so let's get cutting. I do have a template here to show you to sort of hopefully make this make sense to you. Not like yesterday. Who me? I don't have shells of DSP. I have probably 3-4 bins of it. So, you know, we're well on our way to stocking a craft store. So again, for this project, you need a 12 by 12 sheet. I don't know if you got many of those. You do need some sturdiness to the box. So 12 by 12 is obviously going to work out for you. You're going to cut it down though to 11.5. So let's just slice this down together so that this all makes sense in the video and we don't have a mix up of yesterday. And then 8.25. All right, so we'll slice those off. Hopefully you can use these little bits for another project. And then we are going to put our 8.5, or sorry, we're going to put our 11.5 side to the top of our trimmer, okay? And then we are going to score at 2 3/4. So get your blade out of the way. And then you are going to score it at 7 1/4, 8 1/4, 10. These are all in inches, friends. And 11. Okay. Nice and easy so far, right? Then you're going to turn so that you have your 8 1/4 side to the top of your trimmer. You're going to make sure though that you have that last sort of 11-inch line at the top. Okay. And you're going to score it at 1 3/4 from this side. Now, because I'm lazy at math and wherever I got this tutorial from, I've had it for a few years and just have never made it. Instead of like sliding it over and trying to figure out the math and all that nonsense, just take your whole piece of paper and flip it right around because you have to do the same measurement, that 1 3/4, on the other side as well. So hopefully that made sense. Okay, so your whole piece is going to look like this. This is your 11-inch side. So we've just made a score on both sides like that. That makes sense. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. Okay, so you've got 1 3/4 on each side. So now we're going to do some cutting. Away of all these little bits. Okay, So let's grab our scissors. So let's just fold, give these a rough fold, so hopefully the camera will pick them up and you can see them. If I have to, I will bring in my little template here, because I did it in Azure Afternoon, because of course that's not a favorite color of mine and I don't use it for many things. You'll kind of see those. Okay, so at the bottom we've got our 11-inch little score mark that we made. We're going to take out this corner, so just slice up that little score mark and take out those two corners. Okay, on both sides, take them out, get rid of them. So you've got this left, and then let me just bring in my little garbage pail thing here. While you're here, just angle those little corners so that you have a little flap. It's going to get tucked in later. Okay, then we're going to turn this way. We're going to cut up this next one. Okay, so we've got a little flap there now. And then we're going to also cut up this one and this last one. So we've got 3 little flaps going on here, okay? Now these ones are going to cut off, just eyeball. It doesn't have to be exact. It's not a big deal. It's all going to fold in. You kind of want half of this little tab. Take that right off. And you're going to do the same to this one. Okay, so just take that down to half. Now we are going to come back in and score this big one in a minute, so just leave it. Move to your other side and do the exact same thing. So just slice up your little lines here. We're going to come in, we're going to do the same here. We're going to cut these almost in half. Okay, just like that. Oops, I nicked that, but that's going to come off. And then come back in and just angle these a little bit. This helps when you fold your box up. It just helps it get a little tighter and not so bulky if you take these down a little bit. You're just slicing off like a little hair. And we're going to do one more cut. I am going to grab my bigger scissors though. You can also, what we're going to do next here, you can put it back on your trimmer and actually cut that down with your trimmer if you're comfortable with that. I don't know, I just prefer to use scissors. So we'll just finish this up. Okay, and then I'm just going to, we're going to flip this around. So we've got all our stuff that we just did there. We're going to take both these sides off. So just get your scissors right in the crack of the score line there and just take that right off on both sides. I know it seems like we're wasting a lot of cardstock. You can use these little bits for other things, so just put them in your little scrap bin. Don't panic. They'll get used at some point, right? In the next 10 years. All right. So I'm just going to tidy up this little corner here. I got a little nub sticking out. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have. I'm going to turn it around here so you can see it. So we've got like a little fold here. We've got a bigger sort of fold here. And then we've got all our little folds going here. Okay. It's all going to kind of fold up in itself. So one other thing that we have to do is we're going to flip this over to the back side. We need to make the little hole for the window sheet. So I've just made myself a little template. It's 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. And it's just a little piece of cardstock that I had. And I'm just going to put this centered by your eyeball. If you want to measure it and make sure that it's perfect, you go ahead. Whoops. If I can draw a straight line around it. And you're just going to use this as your template to draw this little square that you need to cut out. Okay. So we'll just remove that and we have this left. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hobby blade. If you have this for your take your pick tool, it's perfect for this. Oh, Rhonda found us. Hi, Rhonda. Good morning. I went live at 10. And then I'm just going to slice it so that I can get my scissors in there. Okay, so I just did that to it. Just give it a little room to get your snips in there. And then we're just going to get them into that tight little corner and slice it out. Easy peasy so far, guys. Rhonda, because you jumped on late, I'll just show you what we're making here. This is the little card, and then, or little gift card holder and chocolate holder. And then this just slides inside and somebody can give a little coffee drink or something like that as a gift. I said in the beginning that it fits the lint balls perfectly, but it does not fit the Ferrero Rochers because they're too tall. So just keep that in mind if you do want to make these, that shop accordingly for chocolate. They will fit Hershey's Kisses too, obviously. You can probably put a few of them in there. Okay, there we go. So we've got that done. Now, the first thing you want to do is, or the next thing, sorry, not the first thing. We're well past the first thing. Put a little bit of Tombow around your hole that you just created, and we're going to put our window sheet down there. But let that sit for just a second because it'll dry up, and then it'll make the window sheet like grab right away, and then it'll be perfect. One other thing we're going to do though is we are going to just set that aside. I'm going to bring in my template one while that dries. So what we need to do is we need to also create a little triangle. Now, what I did was I just grabbed my little tiny ruler and I just picked the corner and I just drew a line straight up. And then, of course, I was left with this little cutout after I did that. So, okay. And what that does is that creates the little corner fold here for your gift card. Now, the beauty of this box is that you can also like turn it either way. It could go this way too, and you could have it at the top, or you could turn your box this way and have it on this side, and then it goes in that way, and it would all just stand up this way as well. So whichever way you want to do it, it kind of works both ways. It's however you want to present it. I would recommend though that you put like a little glue dot on the back of your gift card, and then it'll kind of hold it in place where you want it in your little gift when you give it. So it just depends on how you're going to decorate it and what images and sort of how much room you need in which way you may present your little box. Okay. So you're just going to do corner, draw a line up. It can be as big as small as you want. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then you're going to just cut that off. Now we're still looking at the back side of this project. Okay. When we're doing this. So then when it flips down, it's going to fold and create that little pocket. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully it's clear as mud. Oh, I already had this one. So this is the one we're going to create together. So let me just quickly, I should have switched from my other template there to this one. I apologize, guys. Give me just a second to ask any questions here while I do this, if this isn't making sense. All right. Oh, Glenda's going to make some of these. Right on. Yep, they make the perfect little gift for a teacher or your hairdresser, your mailman. You can leave it in your mailbox and your little mailman can pick it up. Okay, so the one we're going to create together, I've chosen to use, I believe this is Lemon Lime Twist with that designer series paper that I picked out. Now I put glue on that other one and I'm not going to use it. I will use it. I'm going to create some of these for the craft fair. So I will use all these templates that I've made. I will use them. Okay, 2 more seconds here and then I've got it done. And I'm just going to quickly, I've already drawn my line, so I'm just going to cut this off too while I'm here. And then we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, quick glue. And then I'm going to give you some measurements for the window sheet and the designer series paper. Okay, so we'll just give that a minute to dry. So we've got our DSP for our pocket. Let me just get, so I'm going to use this on my outside and I'm going to use this inside my pocket. So this is the piece that's going in the pocket. Let's drag this back in here. So this is going to be this red polka dotted piece on our original one. It's going to slide in there like that. It is 4.5 by 2.5. Okay. And then your outside pocket that you're going to decorate as well. This is going to be 4.5 by 2.5 as well. And then of course we're going to take off the corner to angle cut it to match that. And then your sides are 7/8 by 1 5/8, and you need 2 of those to do both sides. Okay. And then if you want to do this top and bottom part, I will give you that measurement. It is 7/8 by 4 5/8, and you need 2 of those. And I'm going to show you an alternate example of what you can do here. So we've got 2 of those. We've got our edges here. And then we've got our window sheet or acetate, whichever you want to call it. It is 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. Okay. So we can, oops, I stuck that down in it. We can quickly apply that because this glue has set for a second. When you do that, obviously it makes it so it doesn't like smush out as much as well too. So we've got that little pocket created with our window sheet. Okay. I've got some hair sticking there. Okay. And then I'm going to show you this alternative as well that you could do. If you didn't want to use designer paper, or maybe you didn't have enough of sort of what you wanted to match and all that kind of stuff, you can stamp it. So I've just stamped it with a background stamp. Now I have kind of somewhat assembled this, so you can only see parts of it. What I did was I just laid it down, obviously like this on the front side. I kind of just folded this back, and then I put my background stamp of whatever. I use falling snow on this one. As you can see, it's kind of got a little bit of snowy kind of goodness going on there. So you can use your background stamp and stamp that as well. Now, if you think that you're going to stamp over something, maybe just mask that out or put a little piece of paper there or in between. You can grab your sheet and just kind of go like that and then stamp down on it. Do this before you put your window sheet in though, otherwise you have to clean up your window sheet and nobody wants to be doing that. So bit of a pain. So you can do that too with your background stamps if you have some of those and forget to use them like I do. That gives you the opportunity to do that. Okay, so let's quickly put this together. So we're going to put this down. And you want to, because this is going to fold over, you want to keep it close to your right hand edge. Doesn't matter if it doesn't quite match up down there, because when you fold this close, you're never going to see it, okay? Oh, hi, Shannon. Yes, they are great for coworkers and neighbors and everybody. Anybody you want to give one to. And then you're going to grab your tear and tape, and we're going to glue this down. You can use your Tombow too if you want. We're going to just do the 2 edges here because we're just creating a pocket. Remember, we did that yesterday. We're creating a pocket for our gift card to go into. So just seal that down. And then we'll come here. Now these little tabs are going to fold up. So you want to do the top side of them. This is the, obviously you can see, this is the inside facing me right now, okay? Put some tear and tape there. Fold these ones in. This one looks a little bit long. Let's just trim that one down. These are going on the inside anyway, so they don't have to be super long, guys, okay? So halfway, whatever. Oh, we never went back. Hang on. I forgot to give you one measurement. We never went back and did this one here. So when you get to, this is our backtracking. Remember when we cut it, we have these ones that don't have any score marks on them. We want to bring our score back in, and you're just going to score them at 3/4. So I just hope I won't get glue all over my trimmer here. I just lined it up at the 3/4 line. Fold the door, do a little score mark. So we've got a little score there, and you're going to do the exact same on the other side. Okay, and that'll give you the little mark that you need on that after you've cut it all that off to do that. Okay, and then this will just fold in. Okay, clear as mud. Sorry about that, you guys. I did it on this one, but I didn't do it on the other one. Okay, and then you are going to put a little bit, just kind of fold these in right on these little flaps that we just made. Let me find the end. And then one last one on this little flap right here. Okay. And if you want, because I just did this a difficult way, I just realized, you could flip it over and just do it this way. Yes, you better give one to your UPS driver, Glenda. He is a gem. He deserves one for sure. Okay, so let's do a little assembly. So we're going to deal with these little teeny tiny ones first. And you're just going to, oops, I didn't fold that. These are going to, it's going to fold up and then just seal like that. Okay, you're going to do the exact same. My internet's not interrupting you guys. It keeps going off on my phone. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. There's no one else here using the internet but me, so I'm not sure what's up. Okay, and then peel that off. Sometimes these are a little difficult. If you don't have nails, you might have to use your take your pick tool. So we're just creating sort of the base to our box. Oops. Hang on, that one didn't catch. Okay, so we've got this essentially right now. It could stand up on its own and do its thing, but we're going to do a little tiny bit more. So what we want to do is take this designer series paper. We'll take our little cutout. Actually, I should probably use the one that I cut off of mine, my little green one here. Oh, that's too bad that he's gone. Jamie was a good little UPS driver. I don't know my UPS driver. I get a different guy every time. Couple doors down from us. He's a delivery driver, but he never brings my stuff. Okay. Oh, I just cut that the wrong way. Son of a biscuit. Hang on, let me get another piece of paper here. Oh my gosh. What the heck was I thinking there? Okay, let me grab my... I was too busy talking and reading and not watching what I was doing. Let me just cut a new piece of paper here real quick. We need 2.5 by 4.5. If you didn't get the measurement before. Oh my goodness me. Okay. Keeping it real, as Glenda says. All right, let's do this the correct way. My goodness me. Let's throw that there. We can use that for something else. Let me put it on here. Get your little cutout thing the right way. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, so line it up. You may have to trim it just a little bit more after you do this cut, because this is sort of exactly how you trimmed it. Oh, nope, I lied. Mine's going to work out perfectly. I don't know how that happened, but we'll just go with it. So we're just going to layer that right on top. Oh my goodness, you guys. My brain is going in a bazillion different directions. Has been for quite a few weeks now from this, getting ready for this fair, so I apologize. All right, so we've got that base ready. We'll make sure that our card can slide in there. It should be able to. There's no doubt about it. There we go. Okay, quick fix. Good thing I had some more of that paper, right? So now what we want to do is put our chocolates in. So let me just grab 3. These are the candy cane ones. And the lint. I'll have to go to the store again though. I seem to be very low on lint balls. Good thing I have an outlet store. And then what's going to happen is that's going to fold up on itself and seal. So what we have left here, let me just fold this down so you guys can see. We have this left. Okay, so I always make sure that my sort of lint balls wording, or if it has like a flavor or something on the front. Some of them actually have like a name on the front. I have one here that says, you know, like dark mint. There's one that says cheesecake. So we want to make sure people know what they're getting. These ones are pretty obvious. This one's facing the wrong way. I like to have, you know, the labels facing the same way, same direction. They're going to move around a little bit in your box, but that's okay. Okay, so now we can tear off these little tear and tape strips. And what's going to happen is this little one overlaps on that, so it'll stick a little bit for you. Yes, it's an outlet store, Rhonda, so it's actually not a good thing because everything is cheap. Well, cheap-ish for chocolate nowadays, right? Okay, make sure that's good and stuck. If you wanted to sort of reinforce that with some Tombow glue, you can do that well too. So now that is completely sealed to the back. So you want to make sure that you've got everything in there and everything good before you actually seal it closed, because you're not getting it back open again. All right. So now we're going to put on our little pieces of paper to finish off decorating. You really don't need one on the bottom if you don't want, but I'm just going to make sure it all looks pretty. Because, like, if it's standing up on a display, say you are doing these for a craft fair, no one's going to see that bottom. So, and most packaging you get in the store at the bottom of the box is not decorated, right? You might have ingredients or something down there. I kind of like this blue and this balmy blue and the lime green together. It's kind of fun, right? Okay, so we've got that all decorated and cute, right? So then I've just done a little tree out of Secret Sea, because that's kind of what that color looked like. I don't know if it is or not. So that we're going to put on there. I've stamped the little sweater from the Stay Warm in on Pretty in Pink, and then I've stamped it in, what did I stamp it in? Poppy Parade. I was going to say Real Red, but I don't think that's right. And then we're going to bring in our little Snowflake Kisses stamp set with the Sending Warm Hugs. And I should grab my Poppy Parade ink, and we'll just give this a little stamp. I thought I'd done it already, but apparently not. We'll give that a stamp. And then we will assemble here. Now you can go crazy with the decorations, or you can keep it pretty basic and simple like I've done with this one. Up to you. I think just a little bit of decoration is enough. Yeah, color combination. A bit wild. I went to my color coach and I looked to see what went with Lemon Lime Twist. And then, of course, I built off the paper. Usually I build right off the paper, but I thought, oh, this is kind of fun to bring in these colors. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot of the trees, unfortunately, but, oh, let's get a little bit of, say, the baker's twine, the red and white baker's twine, and put that on there, maybe. Make it look cute. I don't think we have any. Oh, I do have some kind of bright green and white baker's twine that's retired there. I'm seeing on the wall now, but we'll use this one. It'll be fine. And we'll put a little bow. Oh, I didn't grab any bling. What bling do you guys suggest? Can be retired if you want. I'll have to walk to the other side though. I don't have any. So I also have done this one here. So that's where I got where I used the Festive Friends little snowflakes, the ones I was talking about at the beginning. I knew I used it somewhere. Oh, I think I had these ones out. Oh, no. Here, I had blue thread and embellishments here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am organized for this, and then I just go rogue. Oh, the red and green bling. I don't know what red and green, or the peppermint. So how about druzy? I picked out the druzy to look like little. Here, I'll hold them there. I'll get those other ones you guys are suggesting though. I picked out the druzies to kind of look like snowflakes. peppermints, and I don't know what the other ones were. What did you say? Faceted snowflakes. I think they're the faceted snowflakes. The red is like too red. It's real red, right? Okay. So I picked Druzy for the little bit of snowflake element looking thing. We've got the faceted snowflakes, which I did use on this one. So we've got those in white, and then we've got peppermints. What's your final vote, you guys? There, they're all laid out so you can kind of see. Our memories decline as we age. Oh, well, I'm not that old, Rhonda. No, it's just sitting beside me, and there's too many things going on my desk, so I'm distracted by all the things, all the pretty shiny things, right? That's what happens to us. If you saw the mess in here, it's just ridiculous. It is out of control down here. There's piles everywhere. So what's our vote on the last, or on the embellishments, guys? What do you think? This one's going to go for sale in the sale, so it needs to look pretty. Hi, Lena. Yeah, we're just finishing up, so you'll have to watch the replay for sure. Have a little fun making a little chocolate gift card box. Here, now I know where my gift card is. It's in this one here. We made a little chocolate gift card box. I'm on information overload. You betcha. Okay, so adorable. Thanks, Lena. Okay, peppermint, Rhonda says. Well, we're going to go with that vote because that's the only one I'm getting. Okay. All right, so let's put a couple of these on here, finish it up, and I'll release you to make your own. Share with me if you do. I want to see what you guys all create with this series. I love it when you guys send me your stuff and post it. There we go. Oh, here, let's get, I already lost the gift card again. Goodness. There we go. Put our little gift card in there and it's all ready to go. So cute, right? I love it. Here's the other example. It doesn't have chocolates in it yet, but cute, right? That's using the, I don't even know what that was, candy cane paper. I don't remember what that set was called. And then, of course, the original. So we've got many, many, many options, and it's a super easy little project. And you can make multiples of these all at once and sort of line them up in a little assembly pile and just gather all your little goodies that you're going to decorate with. You can make them all the same, even if you want. You don't have to make them different like I've done. But they'll be super cute. Oh, you forgot about the time change. Oh, no. I said at the beginning, Lena, I didn't, because my husband had to catch a flight at 4 a.m. So he was up at, well, his Uber arrived at 4, and then his flight was at 6. So, yeah. No sleeping in for me. All right. That's it for today, you guys. I will be back tomorrow for day 3 of Crafty Christmas. And we are going to do a little biscotti coffee drink holder thing, which is super cute. And also easy to mass produce and give away to friends, neighbors, or your hairdresser or your mailman for a little snack on the go. So I hope you'll join me. I will be live at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So 5 for you Pacific ladies and 6, 7, 8. Yes, 3 hours difference for you Central ladies. All right. So all this week, I'll be live at 6 o'clock for the Crafty Day Christmas days. Okay. And I will get these videos uploaded from yesterday and today at some point today, and I'll start working on the tutorial for whoever asked for yesterday's project. All right. Thanks for joining me this morning, ladies. Create some of these today. All right. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Paper hugs. Bye.